الله أكبر الله أكبر. سبحان الذي سخر لنا هذا وما كنا له مقرنين وإنا إلى ربنا لمنقلبون. اللهم إنا نسألك في سفرنا هذا البر والتقوى ومن العمل ما ترضى. اللهم هون علينا سفرنا هذا واطوي عنا بعده. اللهم أنت الصاحب في السفر والخليفة في الأهل. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من وعثاء السفر وكآبة المنظر وسوء المنقلب في المال والأهل والولد.
You are listening to the Breakfast Rush.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون أأتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغن عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا محضرون وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنه يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم ألا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون
صدق الله العظيم.
You are listening to the Breakfast Rush.
اللهم رحمتك أرجو فلا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عيني وأصلح لي شأني كله اللهم لا إله إلا أنت لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك اللهم رحمتك أرجو فلا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عيني وأصلح لي شأني كله اللهم لا إله إلا أنت لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك اللهم رحمتك أرجو فلا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عيني وأصلح لي شأني كله اللهم لا إله إلا أنت لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك.
This Surah Yasin was brought to you by Murchison Spice, Pietermaritzburg. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless your day.
There's something cooking at Murchison Spice, and its name is Elite Basmati Rice, available throughout the Middle East and now available in South Africa. Brought to you by Murchison Spice, Pietermaritzburg. Available in golden cellar and premium white, high in vitamins and low in calories. Perfect for the health conscious. Contact Murchison Spice on 033 387 2121. That's 033 387 2121. Murchison Spice. Taste the East.
Your award-nominated Breakfast Rush with Nichal Sarawan.
You guys make our day with a ray of hope.
You guys always rocked. I've been inspired. You guys are totally awesome. There's no words that can describe how awesome you guys are.
I will always say TVR is the best. TVR brings joy into my home.
Thank you, TVR. Brilliant. Just keep up the great work. Let's hope management gives you guys a big increase.
Monday to Friday, 6 till 8 a.m.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
At this time of trial and worry, the blessings of charity are the ideal means to avoid calamity and despair. The Al-Imdad Foundation gives you the opportunity to sponsor a share in a borehole in South Africa for just 1,000 rand and provide what the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, called the best form of charity. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Inspiration for the Ummah, your morning nasiha.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had mentioned in many verses the importance of worshipping Him alone, and we know that the greatest sin of all is to associate someone with Allah, and here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions not to associate someone with Him, and then mentions the importance of parents and being dutiful to the parents, being kind to the parents, being obedient to the parents. In return, how important it is to obey your parents, to be kind to your parents, to be dutiful to your parents, to be respectful to your parents, to obey them, to listen to them, to care about them, to be there for them. Disobeying them, not caring about them, not looking after them is one of the major sins. It's enough said by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says that the one who disobeys his parents, aqil walidain, someone who disobeys his parents, someone who is disrespectful to his parents, would not enter the paradise. Would not enter the paradise. The Prophet ﷺ did not mention that over other important issues that we see in Islam, the way he mentioned that about someone disobeying his parents or her parents and someone disrespecting them. Someone who disrespects their parents, someone who disobeys their parents would not enter the paradise. So pray as much as you want to pray, and fast as much as you want to fast, and pay donations as much as you want to pay donations. You would not enter the paradise if you disrespect your parents. You would not experience the paradise if you do not take care of your parents. So your parents are so important. They are so important to you. They are your way to enter the paradise. They are your way to save yourself from the hellfire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِندَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا وَقُلْ لَهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا. And your Lord had ordained not to worship no one but Him, and to be respectful to your parents. If one of them or two of them, referring to the parents, if one of your parents or two of them reach to an old age, and we know when someone reaches an old age, needs to be taken care of the way you take care of a baby. Yes, when someone reaches an old age, when your father or your mother reaches an old age, they need to be taken care of the way you take care of a baby. So in other words, they're just a bigger baby. They are a bigger baby to be looked after, in a form of looking after a baby, cleaning the baby, feeding the baby, being always around the baby. This is it. When your parents get old, they need the same care and attention, if not more. So Allah Azza wa Jal says, if one of them or two of them reach to an old age and they are with you, look after them. Look after them. Take care of them. فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ, and don't you ever say uff or utter a word that will make them upset. Utter a word that will show disrespect to them. Utter a word that will make them feel bad. Utter a word that will make them feel sad. Utter a word that will displease them from you. If your mother or your father call them, you should obey them. You should leave everything that you have. You should leave the business that you are working. You should leave the computer that you're on. You should leave the training that you are in. You should leave the socializing environment that you're in and listen to your parents.
TBRs and Mary Ma playing out in the background. It's 6:30. Today we're talking about Amnesty International's latest report alleging an acceleration of the focused displacement of Palestinians in the occupied West Bank. We'll talk about that a bit later on the program. But if you just switched on your radio set and joined us here on Radio Al Ansar, Assalamu alaikum to you and welcome to Radio Al Ansar inside your speakers wherever you are. We'll keep you company up until 8 this Thursday morning. It's the 11th of June 2026.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu, and happy Thursday on the 24th of Zulhijjah 1447, and not too early to say World Cup Mubarak.
World Cup Mubarak. Is that a thing?
We can make it a thing.
Make it a thing.
Sports is always a beautiful time of year to bring people together. I think we need the excuse.
Sport, as they say, unites. Now, something that unites all the listeners of radio very early every morning is this.
Breakfast rush traffic.
Because you all want to know what's happening on the road as you get up and go, right? So, Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Alaikum Assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. I'm just trying to stop my car on the freeway to give me the report.
Listen, if a cop sees you stopped on the freeway, he's going to give you a fine.
No, I do it with my blue lights on.
Okay. Lead from the top, as they say. All right.
In the Peter Mansburg area this morning, there's going to be a strike where the municipal workers are on strike. 7 to 4, Assembly Point Street, Albert Tully Street. There's going to be a lot of issues there this morning in Peter Mansburg. So if you are going to Peter Mansburg, expect major delays. If you're coming out of Peter Mansburg, try and get out as quick as you can. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of congestion in that vicinity this morning within the CBD itself. So the authorities in Peter Mansburg are aware of what's going on. They will try and contain it. So just be aware as well that you are going to get caught in traffic if you're going to be in the PMB area. So if you're driving from PMB to Durban this morning, still moving traffic at Peaceville. I'm actually driving down here now at the moment. No issues, just congestion, heavy traffic. Amount of people driving in the morning is unbelievable. So please just drive with caution. Stanger this morning, Quadakuza. It's going to be a march as well from 9 o'clock next to the police station in Quadakuza. This is march to march. I don't know what they're marching for, but anyway. In Stanger, be aware, this is what's going to be happening. There's going to be congestion there as well. Pedestrian accident on the entrance southbound. This is just before the Higginson Highway off-ramp. So there's going to be delays in that vicinity. Just approach with caution and allow for extra traveling time. Trees fallen down Channel View Road on the bluff, at the bottom of Bluff Road side, or at the bottom of Bluff side. So be careful of that, please. It's halfway on the road and half on the pavement. So we notified the authorities, try and get there, sort it out. The accident we spoke about, Higginson Highway, I'm looking at pictures coming through now. This is another one, looks like. Yes. This is Higginson Highway northbound, just after Higginson Highway on the N2. Left-hand lane and shoulder lanes obstructed, but the amount of traffic building up, it's unbelievable. Stationary vehicle in the N3 southbound, stopped at Cliffdale. Yes, I've just gone past that one as well. It's a awesome trader. Left-hand lanes obstructed. So just allow for extra traveling time. That's your first update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Raouf. You drive safely, and we'll catch up with you a little bit later on the show.
You know, I'm just sitting back and thinking.
Yes?
There's no other station will give you mapping like giving from the road itself.
Yep. No other station's doing it, and the interesting part about that is one of the big stations in KZN acknowledged that. The traffic reports here on the Breakfast Rush are the most detailed and most accurate.
On stage at the ICC in front of hundreds, if not thousands of people. Wa alaikum salam. So modest.
He is, isn't he? It's 6:34 if you're clock watching.
The weather update. I think it's going to be playtime weather.
Let's figure it out together, shall we? Durban today, mostly clear weather expected. 26-degree high as we get into lunchtime for Durban today. And then the whole thing says the weather app is not responding. Must wait now. I was like, what happened? All right, Peter Maritzburg from 7 up to a clear 27 at lunchtime. Richards Bay today, clear 27 at lunch as well. It's going to be a mostly clear day in Margate, a 26-degree lunchtime high. Ladysmith starting up at 4, heading up to a clear 24 degrees. Newcastle today, 6 up to a partly cloudy 22. -2 degree overnight. High in Johannesburg. Yeah, -2 was the high. Anyway, Joburg, 18 degrees at lunchtime. It's going to be a clear day out there. And Cape Town, the mother city, cloudy, 17 degrees at lunchtime today. It's your breakfast rush. Let's just pop into WhatsApp really quickly. Razia Qadri saying, Salaam alaikum, have a blessed day. MashaAllah, Nath brought tears to my eyes
Abu Bakr Khan says, Salams TBR, shukr to Allah for this day. May Allah accept all your du'as. Have a blessed one.
And you as well, brother. Hajra Habib, salamu alaikum. My favourite time. Wishing everybody a safe and Mubarak day. Jazakallah khair. Hajra Habib, she's out in Santon in Johannesburg.
Shah and Mosina say, Salamu alaikum from Savannah Park.
Fatima, saying the word ma brought tears to my eyes. May Allah grant my beloved mother, Mariam Bibi Khan, and my beloved Bhai, Shiraz Sadiq Khan, the highest abode in Jannah. Ameen.
Wahida says, Assalamu alaikum. Let's make shukr for what we have. Some people don't have anything. Make dua for them and you will be rewarded. Ameen.
Farooq sending us a picture of clear skies. He says, hey, it's going to be a clear day today. Yes, Farooq, hope you have a good one.
Shabir Ali says, Assalamu alaikum to the Breakfast Rush team and the Ummah, also from Shaida.
MH Osman says, I'm present, ma'am. He's marking register early in the morning.
Hasina is messaging, hopefully, from a warm blanket or jacket, saying, Assalamu alaikum from Newcastle.
6:37, Sarah Bibi Mustafa Parag, sending her salams to everybody that's listening on this beautiful, blessed Thursday morning. Ismail?
Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the perfect moment and take the moment. Let's start again.
Yeah, take the moment.
Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect.
You should read this one here as well.
Assalamu alaikum, Nish and Naz. Hope you guys are well. I would like to wish my youngest grandson a happy 8th birthday. May Allah Ta'ala bless him with good health, good iman and prosperity, as well as happiness. Enjoy your day. From Farida Bibi Ibrahim.
So today we'll be talking about Amnesty International's latest reports alleging an acceleration of the forced displacement of Palestinians in the occupied West Bank. That's around about 7:10 or so today. Around about 7:40. Tax season is upon us, so we'll have the team from Karwa Financial Accounting Services joining us later on the program to give us a breakdown on exactly what's expected. All of that and more still to come your way here on your Breakfast Rush.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Hungry for something delicious? Visit the Al Ansar Deli for freshly prepared meals, sandwiches, savories, sweet treats and refreshing drinks. Whether you're grabbing lunch, meeting friends or taking something home for family, we've got something for everyone. Fresh, convenient, affordable. The Al Ansar Deli. Taste the difference today.
The next level of leadership requires more than ambition. It requires the ability to think strategically, make confident decisions, and lead in a constantly changing world. The Regent Business School MBA is designed for professionals, managers, and aspiring executives who are ready to strengthen their leadership capability and business perspective. With flexible learning, practical application, and future-focused insight, Regent prepares you for future challenges. Regent Business School, teaching different things differently. Visit regent.ac.za.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm Zainab.
And I'm Humaira, and we are both from London.
We only listen to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar.
सरकार मदीना बेकस पे करम कीजिए सरकार मदीना गर्दिश में है तकदीर बावर में है सफीना کرم کیجئے تمہارے آستانے سے زمانہ کیا نہیں پاتا تمہارے آستانے سے زمانہ کیا نہیں پاتا کوئی بھی در سے خالی مانگنے والا نہیں جاتا بھر دو جھولی میری جان عالم بھر دو جھولی میری جان عالم لوٹ کر میں نہ جاؤں گا خالی لوٹ کر میں نہ جاؤں گا خالی بھر دو جھولی میری جان عالم لوٹ کر میں نہ جاؤں گا خالی بھر دو جھولی صلی اللہ بھر دو جھولی میرے آقا بھر دو جھولی صلی اللہ بھر دو جھولی میرے آقا بھر دو جھولی میرے آقا بھر دو تیرا منگتا تیرے در پر بن کر سوالی آیا ہے کر دو عطا حسنین کا صدقہ خالی جھولی لایا ہے کچھ نوازوں کا صدقہ عطا ہو کچھ نوازوں کا صدقہ عطا ہو کچھ نوازوں کا صدقہ عطا ہو در پہ آیا ہوں بن کر سوالی بھر دو جھولی میری جان عالم لوٹ کر میں نہ جاؤں گا خالی تم زمانے کے مختار ہو یا نبی بے قصوں کے مددگار ہو یا نبی سب کی سنتے ہو اپنے ہو یا غیر ہو سب کی سنتے ہو اپنے ہو یا غیر ہو تم غریبوں کے غم خوار ہو یا نبی بھر دو جھولی میری جان عالم آقا کرم سرکار آقا کر دو کرم سرکار ہم ہیں رنجو مصیبت کے مارے ہوئے سخت مشکل ہے غم سے ہارے ہوئے یا نبی کچھ خدا راہ میں بھیک دو یا نبی کچھ خدا راہ میں بھیک دو در پہ آئے گے دامن پسارے ہوئے بھر دو جھولی میری جان عالم بھر دو جھولی میری جان عالم لوٹ کر میں نہ جاؤں گا خالی لوٹ کر میں نہ جاؤں گا خالی جو ابن مرتضیٰ نے کیا کام خوب ہے قربانی یہ حسین کا انجام خوب ہے قربان ہو کے فاطمہ زہرا کے چین نے دین خدا کی شان بڑھائی حسین نے بخشی ہے جس نے مذہب اسلام کو حیا کتنی عظیم حضرت شبیر کی غزا میدان کربلا میں شہ خوش خصال نے سجدے میں سر کٹا کے محمد کے لال نے سجدے میں سر کٹا کے محمد کے لال نے زندگی بخش دی بندگی کو آبرو دین حق کی بچا لی ہاں آبرو دین حق کی بچا لی محمد کا پیارا نواسا میرے آقا کا پیارا نواسا جس نے سجدے میں گردن کٹا لی جس نے سجدے میں گردن کٹا لی بھر دو جھولی میری جان عالم بھر دو جھولی میری جان عالم لوٹ کر میں نہ جاؤں.
Beautiful messages of yours coming through on YouTube now, getting them up on screen for you, saying assalamu alaikum to everybody listening in and watching now on YouTube. Winter all around at the moment. Everybody's feeling cold and Zach decides to put summer, go to the beach images on the TV for you.
Wishful thinking,
Yes,
I think.
most
If
definitely.
you are freezing, if you're using the heated blankets or, I don't know, an extra jacket, he's telling you, it's going to come. Sabr. Sabr.
So if you're using a heated blanket and you like start feeling extra hot and you you sweat a little bit, do you get shocked?
No, but
Like
there's a remote.
What the remote do?
You can put it on and off or set it at the temperature you want.
Yeah, but like if you're sleeping and you start sweating
Then
because there's
wake
electricity
up
going
and
through there.
No, nothing will happen.
No?
Nothing will happen. Enough
Oh,
insulation.
Safety sorted. 6:47 this morning, and in your headlining news.
March leader Jacinta Ngobese Zuma has called on participants in the planned June 30th shutdown targeting undocumented foreign nationals not to engage in looting or violence. Now, addressing supporters at the MK Party march at the Durban City Hall yesterday, Ngobese Zuma issued marching orders ahead of the protest. She warned against violence and theft, saying such behavior would undermine the movement's message.
Do you think anybody was listening?
No.
No.
Not at all. From the footage that I saw, I don't think so.
What footage did you see?
Just thousands and thousands and thousands of people walking.
Walking.
And a couple, but I would say a handful, maybe like 3 individuals throwing stones at somebody that was standing there. This person was innocently in their own yard. I don't know.
Minding their own business.
Minding their own business.
Doing their own thing.
Maybe they didn't want to be looked at.
So there was a march that took place in the Durban CBD yesterday, and it brought the CBD down to a grinding halt in certain, parts of the CBD. So that march took place. Everybody went on, did their own thing, and I'm assuming mission accomplished for them and whatever the mission was for them and during the march yesterday. But that's not the story I want to tell you.
Okay.
I'm sitting outside the school waiting to fetch my son. Minding my own business, got the windows, kind of partially open, whatever the case may be, because here in South Africa, the reappropriation of other people's property is sort of, normal. So I had the window a bit open just to get some air in, and I noticed 2 guys walking up the road from the bottom end. And the reason they caught my eye is because they were wearing the flags of a particular political party.
Okay.
Right? Like a blanket. You got the whole flag over your shoulder. And you're walking. You got a stick in your hand. And
Okay.
I'm not sure what for. But you got the stick in your hand and you got this flag over you and you're walking. I'm thinking, okay, cool. So the march is over because people have now dispersed and these oaks are probably going to go catch a bus or whatever the case may be. Why they're walking past the high school, I don't know. And then I noticed one fella with only one slipper.
Okay.
Right leg.
I think he threw the other one at somebody.
I don't know. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, dude, so you went for a march. You were fully clothed when you left home. Had your flag, had your stick, had alles, and you were going happily, supporting the cause, so to speak. Where did your left leg slipper go to?
I don't know. Either that or he lost it in the crowd.
Do you think that they were walking, that he literally walked out the slipper and was like, oh man, I can't go back, there's too many people behind me?
That's the thing. You can't. If it's gone, it's gone.
So why not leave the right leg? Because somebody finds the left leg, it's only one leg. So if you leave the right leg behind, then, hopefully that person finds an entire pair.
I don't know.
Hey?
One foot can get dirty better than both getting dirty.
But I found that very, very weird. It's like okay, so what happened to your slipper? Anyway, it's 10-7. After insisting for weeks that a peace deal between the United States and Iran is close, President Donald Trump has escalated his rhetoric against Tehran, suggesting that time has run out to reach a diplomatic solution to the crisis. On Tuesday, the US military began striking targets inside Iran in response to the overnight downing of a helicopter over the Straits of Hormuz. Trump has since suggested that the US attacks may continue. Iran has responded to the latest US strikes by launching missiles against bases that host US forces in Bahrain, Kuwait, and in Jordan.
bring back the Vuvuzela, Mr. Trump. Back home, the Madlanga Commission heard yesterday that witness I
don't like what she just said. Just rewind to the beginning and just start with the words the Madlanga Commission. And go.
The Madlanga Commission heard yesterday that Witness I, a Hawks Tactical Operations Management Section officer, previously stayed at attempted murder-accused tenderpreneur Vusi Musi Kat Madlala's family home in Mamelodi, Soweto for 2 years. Witness I is testifying partly on camera about what transpired during the 3 million rands Aroton drug bust. Now, yesterday, he stated that Captain Feleni Zungu arranged his stay at Madlala's familial home following an attempt on Witness I's life.
It's your breakfast rush as we get through this morning interactive, something for you to sort of jump into, and just taking from what Nazmeera Cassim said earlier. She says, is it a thing? Well, it's World Cup Mubarak.
Yes, it is.
She's here in her World Cup regalia, her T-shirt.
There's a lot of things that are negative in the current circumstance, where a particular referee was denied, access. Then you had fans that spent so much of money, took leave, and then their visas were denied. Then we know that the Iranian team had certain members that were not allowed. So there's a lot of politics. I mean, it's bound to happen based on the country that you've chosen, but simultaneously, sport is exciting. It unites everybody, and I think that it calls for celebration.
Assalamu alaikum, Kashifa. Good to have you watching in on TikTok this morning. So if you're watching right now, send a link, share it with friends and family, right? So the share button is normally just on the bottom on there. You find the share button, share it, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook, on TikTok, whatever it may be, right down the bottom in there, you'll find the share button. So hit it, share, follow us, of course, and share the link. It's been 16 long years since South Africans could directly cheer for their own country at the FIFA World Cup, and Nazmeera Cassim bought the jersey. The wait is finally over, as South Africa is set to not only return to the global stage for the first time since 2010, when they were in there just because we were the hosts, but they will be participating in the curtain raiser of the latest edition of the Global Soccer Showpiece. Bafana is to co-host, or rather is to face co-host nation Mexico tonight at 9 p.m. South African time. They played the same country at the 2010 edition, which was the first World Cup to be staged on African soil. So let us know, will the family be divided from tonight, watching separate television sets, as we know that not everybody's a soccer fan? Or will there be people having early nights, as there will be someone hogging the TV, watching the World Cup? What are your predictions? What do you think's going to happen tonight? Is South Africa going to walk away with a few extra tacos from Mexico? Or will the Mexicans be the first host nation to receive a loss?
Inshallah.
And I say first host nation because there's 3 this year. There's Mexico, there's Uncle Donald's place, and Canada. Let's see.
So back in 2010, if memory serves me correctly, that first match between Bafana and Mexico was 1-1, right?
I think so.
So we'll accept that.
Would you?
We will. It's better than,
5 minutes and counting to 7. Now, ladies listening in, I want you to take your fingers, one on the left and one on the right, and just stick it in your ears. You mustn't listen to the next little bit that I'm going to say. This is for the brothers only. Come on, now help me out, brother. If she's sitting in the car with you and she didn't do that, tell her. Take your fingers, stick it in your ear. You're not allowed to listen to the next part, because what Nichal's about to say is for the brothers only.
We put the radio loud. Keep talking.
Right? There you go. My brother, if she's not in the car with you right now, send her a message and say to her that the next song on Al Ansar is just for her.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. from a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Every day, thousands go to bed hungry, but you can change that. With just 10 Rand, you can provide a loaf of bread. This bread is more than just a donation, it is a lifeline for so many families in need. Be part of the Al Ansar Outreach Slice of Life drive today. Call Outreach on 031 208 1601 and make a difference, one loaf at a time.
Every day's a good day.
Did you hear? Your favorite 24-hour dentist has moved? Crown Dental Studio, offering everything your smile needs, from general to cosmetic dentistry. Female practitioner now available upon request. Call us on 081 207 8621 to schedule your next appointment. Or visit our new studio at 26 McCuton Avenue, Durban North. Crown Dental Studio, your 24-hour dentist.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
This is the Breakfast Rush. It's the intelligent choice.
I praise Allah for sending me you, my love. You found your home and stay with me, and I'm here with you. Now let me let you know, you've opened my heart. I was always thinking that love was wrong, but everything was changed when you came along. Oh, and there's a couple of words I wanna say. For the rest of my life, I'll be with you. I'll stay by your side, honest and true, to the end of my time. I'll be loving you for the rest of my life, through days and nights. I'll thank Allah for opening my eyes, now and forever. I'll be there for you. I know it deep in my heart. I feel so blessed when I think of you, and I ask Allah to bless all we do. You're my wife and my friend and my strength, and I pray we're together in Jannah. Oh, now I found myself, I feel so strong. Yes, everything was changed when you came along. Oh, and there's a couple of words I wanna say. For the rest of my life, I'll be with you. I'll stay by your side, honest and true, to the end of my time. I'll be loving you for the rest of my life, through days and nights. I'll thank Allah for opening my eyes, now and forever. I'll be there for you. I know it deep in my heart, and now that you're here in front of me, I strongly feel love. And I have no doubt, and I sing it loud, that I will love you eternally. For the rest of my life, I'll be with you. I'll stay by your side, honest and true, to the end of my time. I'll be loving you for the rest of my life, through days and nights. I'll thank Allah for opening my eyes, now and forever. I'll be there for you. I know it deep in my heart.
The Breakfast Rush Main News Bulletin.
March leader Jacinta Ngobese has called on participants in the planned 30th of June shutdown targeting undocumented foreign nationals not to engage in looting or violence. Good morning, I'm Thabile Duma. March leader Jacinta Ngobese Zuma has called on participants in the planned 30th of June shutdown targeting undocumented foreign nationals not to engage in looting or violence. Addressing supporters at the MK Party march at Durban City Hall yesterday, Ngobese Zuma issued marching orders ahead of the protest. She warned against violence and theft, saying that such behavior would undermine the movement's message. The march formed a part of broader demonstrations by the MK Party raising community grievances in the eThekwini Metro, including service delivery concerns and immigration policy. Tensions over immigration have escalated in parts of the Western Cape, KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng, with protests targeting undocumented foreign nationals. Some foreign nationals have reportedly begun leaving South Africa amid the unrest. The anti-immigrant group March has called for undocumented migrants to leave the country by the 30th of June. Staying with local news, the Public Works and Infrastructure Minister Dean McPherson says a ghost employee audit has uncovered about 60 individuals who were allegedly paid salaries without being legitimate employees, with most of the cases identified in KwaZulu-Natal. McPherson was speaking during a media briefing yesterday ahead of his budget vote in the National Council of Provinces, where he said the department was undertaking updates on 7 key matters as part of what he described as its dual responsibility of improving internal systems while strengthening delivery. He said that the reform program underway in the department was irreversible. He added that the department could not ignore systematic failures. On the ghost employee audit, he said that the department is finalizing the audit to determine the full extent of irregular payments and to identify those responsible. In more news, the South African Human Rights Commission has released a scathing report against the Eastern Cape Makana local municipality. This follows a multi-year probe into persistent water, sanitation and wastewater crises. The report has cited systemic and structural failures that violated residents' constitutional rights to dignity. As such, the Commission recommended that the Eastern Cape Provincial Executive assess whether the dissolution of the Council of the troubled local municipality can be considered as a measure of last resort. Commissioner with the SAHRC, Henk Boshoff, said that while governance failures cannot be ignored, there are service delivery failures in the Makana municipality. According to Boshoff, the recommendation to dissolve the municipal council is because nothing else has worked. Among other recommendations set out by the Commission are the continued enforcement action by the Department of Water and Sanitation, where there is persistent non-compliance. About 500 Nigerian nationals began their repatriation process at the Nigerian High Commission in Pretoria yesterday. The Nigerians are set to leave South Africa on a repatriation flight funded by the Nigerian government. So far, over 1,000 Nigerians want to return home ahead of the 30th of June deadline set by anti-migrant groups. And finally, police in the United Kingdom city of Belfast have used water cannons to disperse dozens of far-right protesters during a second night of unrest triggered by a knife attack involving a Sudanese refugee. The clashes yesterday came as the family of the stabbing victim appealed for calm and condemned the wave of anti-immigrant violence in the city in Northern Ireland. Police said the protesters threw missiles such as rocks and bottles at officers, while images from the scene showed several fires burning on the streets. Police said officers deployed water cannons in an attempt to maintain public order, but the unrest was markedly less severe than on Tuesday evening, when hundreds of master men burned families out of their homes and set vehicles alight. Taking a look at financial indicators, the rand to the US dollar is trading at 16 rands and 54 cents, to the euro at 19 rands and 10 cents, to the pound at 22 rands and 13 cents. The Saudi Riyal is at 4 rands and 41 cents. Gold is trading at $4,080.37 an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $94.87 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with your headlines at 7:30. For Radar and News, I'm Thabile Duma.
Thank you very much. Thabile Duma's headlines, as she says, coming your way at 7:30. Mohammed Vali asks a potentially dangerous question this morning. He says, Sams, did Naz bring her vuvuzela for everyone in the office like she said she would?
I didn't, but next week Thursday there's another match which gives me a week to hunt for it in the garage.
So essentially,
No.
she lost it.
I didn't. It's there. I just have to find it.
Exactly. If you need to find something, it's lost. Anyway.
Wait for next week Thursday. Just wait.
7 minutes after 7 this morning, and before you hit the brakes, here's what's happening on the roads with Colonel Raouf, brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Colonel, Salamu Alaikum, welcome.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What if we cut the Hoover and make it 10 centimeters?
No! Not my one.
What's happening on the roads?
All right. Stationary vehicle N2, northbound before Mstanga, left-hand lane obstructed. M7, westbound, vehicle truck broken down, left-hand lane before Huntsman Highway. Just be careful, the driver is standing at the back of the vehicle waiting on traffic. Accident on, this was in the Hillcrest area. Trying to get the road name. In Gailey, no, it's not Hillcrest. It's in the Harding area, Gailey Forest. You got to overturn. Be aware of this, please. Around the bend as well, very dangerous conditions there. Please approach with caution. Traffic congestion on the N2 northbound, up the highway, due to an accident that's ongoing. So there will be delays. Extra traffic time is required. Pick up this morning in Peter Marisburg. There's going to be delays in that vicinity. Also in Stanger as well. There's a march that's taking place this morning. So there will be delays in that area as well. Please just allow for extra traveling time in that vicinity today. No traffic on the N2 northbound, approaching Spaghetti Junction. Slow moving traffic on the N2 southbound as you are coming towards them along Slowty. Just allow for some extra traveling time there, please. That's your second update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Raouf. Much appreciated. You take it nice and easy, drive safe, and we'll catch up with you a little bit later on the show.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. It's your breakfast rush. Let's see, quick time check. 8 after 7. And don't forget, traffic on the show proudly brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy, because healthy journeys start here with Pelican Pharmacy. This Blood Donor Month, you have the power to save lives. Just one blood donation can help patients in emergencies, surgeries, and ongoing medical treatment. If you're eligible, consider becoming a blood donor and make a lasting difference in your community. Brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy, committed to supporting healthier communities through care, compassion and wellness. Give blood, give hope and help save lives this Blood Donor Month.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Tonight, a child in a shack will try to sleep through the cold. No heating, no insulation, just thin walls and a biting cold. African Muslims Agency is on the ground, reaching families in informal settlements across South Africa with blankets and winter essentials. Help us spread warmth this winter. For 180 Rand, give a blanket. For 360 Rand, a full winter pack. One gift, one less night in the cold. African Muslims Agency. Empowering, educating, inspiring.
At Radio Al Ansar, we value your feedback.
If you have a broadcasting-related complaint, please send it in writing to the head of the Complaints Committee. Be sure to include your full name, contact details, a clear explanation of the complaint, and any supporting documents. You can email your complaint to feedback@alansar.org.za, that's feedback@alansar.org.za, or visit our administrative office at 207 West Road, Overport, Durban. Your voice matters to us.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
TBR it is, 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM in Peter Maritzburg. And as we get through the program this morning, looking for an update, just a quick update as to what is going on here in the Durban area, specifically the Sherwood area. It's been in news since Sunday with hundreds of foreigners seeking refuge at the ground, the playground, if you will, nearby the Sherwood Hall. We say a very good morning once again to Councillor for the area, Councillor Warren Byrne. Good morning and welcome back to the Breakfast Rush, Councillor.
Morning, sir, and morning to your listeners.
Thank you for joining us this early in the morning. Councillor, from the last time that we'd spoken, we're looking for an update as to what is going on in the area.
Right. I can't give you an update as of this morning. I haven't been to the site yet, but I was there yesterday evening at about 7 o'clock-ish. I had been there for most of the afternoon, then left, and then came back again at 7. The numbers just keep growing almost by the minute, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The closest guesstimate as of yesterday afternoon, 3 or 4 o'clock-ish, was about 2,500 people. It might have increased since then. When I was there at 7 o'clock yesterday, the marquee was being put up to house the additional people. From a humanitarian side, I again thank the organizations, the World, Muslim Organization, WHO, Gift to the Givers, Al Imdad Foundation, and probably others for providing food and sustenance. The municipality has provided a water truck, which was on station from about 3 o'clock yesterday. There wasn't as much demand for water as I expected, because the charity organizations had provided lots and lots of 5-litre bottles of water. So there was enough water already. But I think one of the complicating factors why the water truck is not being used is that the people simply don't have containers to either use to wash themselves, top and tail, but with a bucket, or to drink out of. But hopefully there'll be another water tanker there today.
Mm-hmm.
The Department of Home Affairs was there yesterday afternoon from about 2 o'clock, I think, processing the people in an orderly way, with, I think, 5 immigration officials there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a mammoth task. It's been done manually, not electronically. That could go directly into the program or the department's records, but it's been done manually, so it is slow and cumbersome. But if that's what it is, that's what it is. The Malawian embassy, through its representative, Mr. Ali, is trying his best to get the issue processed, but I think as fast as he's making plans, they have to change because the numbers just keep increasing. It's a very sad reflection on the humanly induced crisis which is unfolding before our eyes, and it looks like a mini Gaza, to be honest.
Mm.
It's awful to see ladies holding their babies, just waiting for food, and and waiting in the queue to be processed. They seem to be processing the details of women and children first. And it's going to be a long, slow process.
Thank you very much, Councillor, for that update. There has been talk of buses that are taking, individuals back to Malawi. Are you in a position to comment on that?
There has been talk about buses since Monday afternoon, and I know that Mr. Ali is in contact with, first of all, his senior embassy officials, the ambassador, and I think with his own government up in Malawi to arrange the buses. I think the plan is to bring buses down from Malawi, empty, and then take the people back in Malawi in buses, as opposed to just loading them on Durban-based buses and having them go up full and return empty. I'm not involved in the planning of those logistics, but it's going to be a big exercise. I did my last conversation with Mr. Ali at about 7 o'clock last night was that we'll meet on site this morning at about 9 o'clock. So I'll have an up-to-date understanding at that stage.
Councillor Warren Byrne, thank you very much for your time this morning and the update to our listeners. We do appreciate it. Have a lovely day.
No problem at all.
So, Nazmeera, getting the updates, as to what's going on, and listeners coming through just, saying kindness is never wasted.
Agreed.
Even when it seems unnoticed, it leaves a mark on hearts, including your own.
And that is something beautiful to see, even in this unconditional pain at the moment.
Yeah.
So I drive past the area daily.
Right.
And yesterday there were tents and gazebos that I didn't see previously, covering, I would say, over 80% of the ground.
Right.
And you had literal digs on the ground.
People cooking,
on wood fire, people cooking, veggies being chopped, meat, everything just going into these digs. And these are people from the community. They are households in the area that prepare meals from their homes, soups, etc. every day. So people are trying to do their best from one human to another.
To the next. Fazila comes through and says, honestly, Nichal, there is nothing to celebrate. Knowing what is happening at the moment in our country, South Africa, it's a shame, really. Sad to see people sitting outside in the cold with little babies. Nothing to celebrate, says Fazila. It's nothing less than what the people of Gaza are going through. Fahim comes in saying, ignoring this World Cup as it's full of discrimination and plenty of things being blindsided. But if this was something else in the world, this host country would be throwing a fit. Double standards. These locals, and I was talking about the situation at the moment, these locals will cry apartheid but resort to this type of behavior. So I know we have varying different opinions within the communities about what's going on in the country at the moment. We've got different stories coming through from the people that are leading the charge, people like Jacinta, that are leading the cause, so to speak, and then different stories coming through from people lower down the ladder. Yeah. And we see the difference in interviews and then what's happening on the ground,
correct,
so to speak. They're talking about illegal immigrants, people that are here that are undocumented. If you're here undocumented, number one, you've already broken the law. And if you've broken the law, then you're regarded as a criminal. So they're saying they want the criminals gone.
Yes.
Okay, we hear you. But what about those folks that are documented,
correct,
that are also being targeted?
Yes.
What about them? I know of friends, people that we've interacted with over years and years that are foreigners, that are living in South Africa, and they are documented, and we know they go every so often to their embassies, to Home Affairs, to get their paperwork on and all of that sorted out, to make sure that their paperwork is up to date, and they are saying to us that they are also afraid.
And they are also at these campsites. So I spoke to an individual personally yesterday, one individual, but I don't know how many are at the actual site.
Right.
And this individual has paperwork, but he too was targeted. They went to his home, removed him, removed his family, and from what I was told directly from his mouth was that they were death threats. Now here's the thing.
Yes.
We are on one side calling individuals criminals and saying that they're here undocumented, so we want them to go back home. And whilst we're doing that, we are making ourselves criminals.
Are we? How?
By doing things that we're not supposed to do. Are we allowed to go to people's homes, invade their property and tell them that you need to leave or we're going to do X, Y, and Z?
Here's a message that says, I understand that they are undocumented, but the treatment of these humans is unacceptable. South Africans are good people and we should do better. Hasina, you're right. South Africans are good people. And yes, we should be doing better. And sometimes you need to shout to get somebody's attention, because when you're speaking quietly and calmly, those people are not paying attention. And every now and then you need to shout and say, hey, pay attention. Shouting is not always welcome.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
For gold and silver investors, the right partner makes all the difference. At IBV Gold, we are a world leader in gold and silver Krugerrands, trusted for over 21 years. Looking to sell? We offer seamless transactions and immediate payment for your Krugerrands. Whether you're buying or selling, IBV Gold delivers unmatched value, security, and discretion. Your decision is simple. IBV Gold is the place. IBV Gold, the most valuable decision you'll make. Visit us at www.ibvgold.co.za.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
The Breakfast Rush, fun for the entire family.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
Lock in value with this Vodacom SIM-only data deal. Get a 20 gig data SIM, giving you 10 gigs of anytime data and 10 gigs night owl for 129 Rand per month over 24 months. And we give you that SIM card absolutely free. This is now available only for new contracts. Getting started is easy. You just pick, plug and go. Step 1, you bring your own device. Step 2, select a plan. And 3, unlock the value. Speaking of value, we've got twice the deal available on new contracts and upgrades. What are we talking about? We've got 2 iPhone 13s. Now, these devices are 5G devices, 128 gigabytes, as good as new on the Red Flexi 170 plan. You get 170 Rand worth of airtime value. You've got 30 gigs of data that's once off. The device itself has a 6.1-inch display, 4 gigs of RAM, dual 12 megapixel camera. The rear is also 12 megapixel, and so is your selfie. It's Apple A15 Bionic chip and iOS 16 device. So you have 170 Rand airtime value on the first iPhone and 90 Rands of airtime value on the second. These are iPhone 13s, and because we want to give you more, always value for money, like we say, we give you the fixed car charger, iOS Lightning connector that's 2.1 meter, absolutely free. Choose prepaid at 10,499 Rand per device or contract at 599 Rand per month for 2. And if you need the data, additional data to complement your device, we've got the red hot 60 gig data deal. So you have 40 gigs anytime data and 20 gigs of Night Owl at 179 Rand per month over 24 months with a free SIM card. For the Android lovers, we've got incredible Huawei's, we've got your Honors, we've got your Samsungs, and every gadget that you need to go with it. For your homes, we've got your Wi-Fi routers. Everything that you need in one space. Make contact with us today.
Brought to you by a set of Vodacom stores.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0 Vodacom shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0 Westwood Mall, The Bluff, The Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm Zainab.
And I'm Humaira, and we are both from London.
We only listen to The Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar.
And you could be doing that as well, being that person that listens into the Breakfast Rush. Now, we're making it so much easier for you to access the radio show. So if you're traveling, you could travel with us as well. You could take us along for the journey. On stream, you could audio stream the station via our website and various other streaming platforms as well. If you're one of those folks that likes to watch what's going on, then fantastic, you can do that as well. You get up onto YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click that little bell button and you'll get a notification when the station goes live on YouTube, and you can interact with everybody else on YouTube as well, as you see people doing all the time. There's Facebook Live, which we've been doing since around about 2017, so that's okay. We were among the first to be doing that. And of course, this week, added TikTok back onto it, onto the visuals offering. So go for it. Check us out on YouTube, check us out on Facebook, and on TikTok now as well. The interesting thing that's going on at the moment on TikTok, and I've just been watching for a little bit, decided to jump in and comment on there as well. We've got Trisha Singh, who's out in Dundee, who's streaming now, sending her salams to everybody. We've got Brother Imad, who I do believe is out in a Gauteng area somewhere. He's sending salams to everybody. Bashira, who's there, Farida, and a few others as well that's watching on. And watching the comments and things that are coming through, when folks comment, now because I'm looking at the other end of the TikTok live stream, it says this person didn't complete the Heart Me mission.
Okay.
So you got missions for you as a listener on TikTok. You can go for it. You can double tap, like don't break the screen.
Business, hey,
don't
mission.
break the screen. You're a mission. So you could do that. You could join in and you could be part of everything, getting us through. Join the fan club.
And you mentioned that you get a tally, right? If I'm correct?
Yes, there's a tally. Remember that time when I said join the fan club?
Yes.
You can join the fan club. Why not? Join the fan club and you'll get access to fan club specific emojis and all of those other lovely things that come with it. Why not do that? Join us on TikTok. It's live right now. Wahab's there, Islam Wahab's, the Arabian Queen. She says, tap, 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 tap. Yes, do that. Just don't hit the screen hard. You don't want to break and crack your screen. So making it more accessible to different people from literally around the world.
On platforms
everywhere.
that you love most.
Yeah.
And while you're doing that, Nichal forgot the most important thing. Share it. So we can get more interactions on whichever platform you are watching us from. Just share that with everybody that knows you.
You know, talking about joining the fan club, Trisha's joined the fan club and she's boasting now with her fancy fan club specific emojis.
It's like the VIP group.
Here you go. Double WLs are sent it through. Wahab says, to understand what's going on at Sherwood, you need to go there. And he says, I've been there almost every night. Now, this is Brother Abdul Wahab Kareem. He is our angling guy. Yeah, he's our resident angler. So he's been there, as he says, every evening.
That's amazing.
There's a certain contingent of our brothers that are offering sort of an extra eye on what's going on in the area, sort of kind of like from a security point of view, just making sure everybody's okay. Wahab's there with his fishing rod. Not sure what he's doing. But anyway, talking about it, we've got Ziad in Peter Maritzburg. Says, Hazard, guys, what is sadder is the comments being made on social media platforms by these self-proclaimed leaders regarding the humanitarian work that is being done. Now, Ziad, we've seen it and we've chosen to ignore it. We've chosen to ignore it purely because the good that people do is tainted by statements like these.
Agreed.
Right? And we don't want the taint. We don't want it. So we ignore the negative because we want to do the positive. Because we've had Jacinta who's come through saying she's unhappy with how quickly organizations, and she's mentioned Gift of the Givers, stepped in to assist Malawians who are currently sleeping outside the Sherwood Hall here in Sydenham in Durban. And she questioned where the funding for the assistance is coming from and called for transparency regarding the source of the money being used to support those affected. Now, she's questioned an organization that's been stepping in to assist people across the color line, across any sort of ethnicity, doesn't matter which country you come from. Here's an organization that just steps in to help human beings.
Agreed.
Human beings.
Regardless of anything else.
Right? So, I choose to ignore it. I read it now because that's the message that you sent and I'm reading your message.
The diction and the comments used
No, let's not even go there.
It's cold.
So how's this one here now? This message comes through from Amina. She says, awesome program as usual. Will a South African citizen be allowed to enter another country undocumented, live there for a few years and have undocumented children? The root of this problem is the lack of law enforcement by our government, and as usual, ordinary people are the victims. Enjoy this sunny Thursday. Thank you, Amina, for your comments.
Hajra says, oh man, so sad. They are human beings. How can anyone do that? I'm totally shocked.
So you're asking if there's any way you can contribute. Junes, okay, Junaid. Is there any way you can contribute? We are not at the moment doing any sort of collections, so not from here. I can confirm that for now. But Junaid, you're most welcome to drive past the area and have a chat with any one of the organizations that are there. Abbas in North Beach in Durban, Salamu alaikum, my brother. I do see your message. Bilal says, I don't think that the perpetrators are listening to Al Ansar. You'd be surprised, Brother Bilal. You would be surprised. Anyway, it's time for your headlining news. We're going to get your traffic in a second as well. So if you're on the roads, your traffic heads up coming up after this.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, Crime Intelligence Boss Major General Feroz Khan's WhatsApp communication with Mohammed Sayed, the Chief Operating Officer at AFF benefactor Adriano Mazzoti's cigarette manufacturer, has revealed that both men had hoped that a former Inspector General of Intelligence, Setlo Mamaru Dintwe, would lie about meeting with a convicted drug dealer. Basic Education Minister Sibuya Kgaroube says her obsession with matters involving the Foundation Phase National Catalogue is to ensure that the process is lawful. And finally, defiant crowds of Hezbollah supporters rallied in Beirut's Dahiyeh neighborhood to support Iran's role in standing against Israel and rejecting efforts to separate Lebanon's war from Iran's. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Thabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Thabile Duma. Hey, if you've got traffic headaches, Pelican Pharmacy has the remedy. But first, here's the latest traffic updates.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Colonel Raouf, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. The ongoing accident on the N2 northbound still causing headaches. So what you do is just relax and you'll get to the traffic. Just be patient, please. Traffic is backed up considerably on the N2 northbound due to early accident. I've been up in the Mansfield area. There's protest action taking place. West and Boom Street, West and Park Street as well. Both are blocked completely. So please stay away from there or use an alternate route, because you're not going to be able to get through there due to the protest action that's taking place currently. And don't forget about the protest we spoke about. That's going to be taking place with SAMU in the Mansfield area. And also the protest action in Kwarakuza, Stanger, with March and March will be taking place this morning. These just protest area with caution if you are going to be in that vicinity this morning. That's your final update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Roof. The team wants me to ask if you were either inside or near one of those ice cream combis just at the beginning of the update, because we heard the do-do-do-do.
You know, the ice cream people need a hiding.
Why?
They only come winter times. But a little fineness.
This is so true, eh? That is so true. All right, when you see one of them next time around, just ask them what's the story.
I just bought a cone from one.
You see, I knew I heard that. I knew I heard it.
Now we know
Yeah.
why he coughs and sneezes early in the morning.
Early in the morning. Now, there you go. Salamu alaikum, Colonel. Enjoy your ice cream.
That was my camera system switching on in my car. That was the sound. Girl.
Wait, camera system?
Very tempting.
Yeah, I'm going to show you my new system in the car. Fantastic.
Oh, you're invited to join us at Radio Al-Ansar, 207 West Road in Overport, any day, Monday to Friday, between 8 a.m. and midday. I'll be here.
I would need to change the tone of that camera system, because I would have to stop for ice cream all the time. Assalamu alaikum.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
And don't forget, traffic on the Breakfast Rush is proudly brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy, keeping Durban healthy and informed. And this Blood Donor Month, you have the power to save lives. Just one blood donation can help patients in emergencies, surgeries, and ongoing medical treatments. If you're eligible, consider becoming a blood donor and make a lasting difference in your community. Brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy, committed to supporting healthier communities through care, compassion, and wellness. Give blood, give hope, and help save lives this Blood Donor Month. Traffic on the Breakfast Rush, proudly brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
So, Nazmeera Cassim, where are you going to be at 9 o'clock tonight?
At home.
Yeah?
Hopefully I can find the vuvuzela by then.
Right. And hopefully she breaks it and just doesn't bring it here to the studio. But I know somebody else who's also going to be in front of a screen, just making sure he gets all the info you need. And this is Brother Buddy Govender, who's going to be giving you your World Cup updates, inshallah, every single morning here on the Breakfast Rush, right about this time. And of course, on the weekend on Kickoff, where you get your 7 days a week World Cup highlights. Buddy Governor, assalamu alaikum, and welcome this morning.
Walaikum salam. Mexico. If you see me anywhere, you in Mexico as well. Don't forget that.
I love it. He's in Mexico. Tell us, buddy. Sorry, Nazmeera.
No worries. I said as long as he...
Okay, so moving along. Let me just put that mic back off. There you go. Done. Buddy, South Africa is getting ready.
Yes.
South Africa is getting ready to support the South African team in the first match day 1 of the Football World Cup 2026. Tell us about it.
The world. 48 teams, 16 cities, 104 matches, one dream. Feel it. It is here. Tonight at the Azteca Stadium. If you're not familiar with football, the Azteca Stadium, an iconic venue. 1970, Pelé won the World Cup with Brazil. 1986, Maradona won the World Cup with Argentina. What bigger venue can you get? Mexico, South Africa tonight is going to be a cracker of a game. But going back to our formats, we're going through to Africa. The tournament this year sees Africa field a record 10 teams with the expanded format, opening the doors to comeback stories and World Cup debuts. Morocco returns after becoming the first African side to reach a semi-final in 2022, while Senegal, Ghana, Tunisia, and Egypt are all familiar with the World Cup. Algeria, Ivory Coast, and South Africa are back after missing recent editions, while the DR Congo returns for the first time since 1974, and Cape Verde are the newcomers. In Asia, while Asia provides 2 breakthrough stories with Jordan and Uzbekistan, both making their first appearance in a World Cup. The expanded format also helps Iraq qualify for the first time since 1986, having to go through a lengthy process which ended in them beating Bolivia in an intercontinental playoff to book their spot. Qatar and Saudi Arabia made it through to the playoffs, while Japan, Iran, South Korea, Jordan, Uzbekistan booked their spots by topping the third round groups. Moving down under Australia and New Zealand, well, they arrived by very different routes, while Australia having competed in the Asian qualifiers and New Zealand going through the Ocean group. Australia secured an automatic place by finishing second behind Japan in their group and secured their 6th successive appearance at a World Cup. The teams that's going to be out there are massive. As I said, tonight, Mexico, South Africa, one of the biggest stadiums and the most iconic stadiums to be opening a match. If you can equate tonight's match, it's going to be equated with the World Cup final. I mean, these boys are going to be working out tonight, and the entire planet's eyes are going to be on them. South Africa, Mexico tonight, 9 p.m. kickoff. What we can look forward to thereafter, Nichal, is at 3 o'clock in the morning, South Korea will take on the Czech Republic. And then tomorrow, we see Canada and Bosnia. Saturday, Qatar, Switzerland, Brazil, Morocco. That's a game to watch out for. Brazil and Morocco. United States, Paraguay. On Sunday, we have a feast. Haiti, Scotland, Australia, Turkey, Germany, Curacao, Netherlands, Japan. It's going to be a fascinating weekend, but remember tonight, all eyes and all wishes on Bafana Bafana. My prediction, I think you're going to be asking, but I must tell you my prediction. Yeah, I have a great feeling that tonight it'll be Bafana Bafana 1, Mexico 0.
Let's wait and see how that prediction goes and how far true it comes tomorrow morning when you join us for the official first World Cup update here on Radio Al Ansar and, of course, the Breakfast Rush.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good one, Nichal. Looking forward to it. As I said, feel it. It's here.
Well, without a doubt. Assalamu alaikum, buddy governor.
Walaikum salam. You guys take care. Take it. Have a lovely day, you, Naz, and the awesome TB. Bye for now.
Assalamu alaikum, buddy governor. His prediction 1-0 and the one going to South Africa. We'll see. We'll watch the match tonight and we'll see. When we come back, Nazmeera Cassim is in conversation with Zubair Karwa and Nabila Latif of Karwa Financial Accounting Services.
Feed your soul with knowledge. At the Al Ansar shop, you'll find a wide selection of Qurans, Islamic books, children's literature, educational resources, gifts, and inspirational reading material. Whether you're beginning your journey of learning or expanding your Islamic library, we have something for every age. Visit the Al Ansar shop today. Al Ansar shop, inspiring hearts through knowledge.
At Checkers, our Steakhouse Classic range is crafted for those who take pride in every braai. Each cut is hand-trimmed by our expert butchers, perfectly matured and vacuum-packed for tenderness that melts in your mouth. From man-sized T-bone steak, beef tomahawk and classic steak cuts, our butchery brings you over 21 Steakhouse Classic steak cuts to choose from, perfectly prepared. Checkers Cowie Park and Westwood Mall. Butchery, bakery and deli, certified by the NIHT.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
TBR, where you want to be when you grow up.
Attention all taxpayers. Are your tax affairs in order? Are your tax affairs structured in the best possible way? Call Karwa Financial Accounting Services today on 031 207 4440. We specialize in company and trust registrations, tax planning, income tax, VAT, statutory registrations and other tax obligations, preparations of financial statements, business plans and profiles, obtaining government grants, obtaining business finance, financial investigations, restructuring and company restorations. Call Karwa Financial Accounting Services today on 031 207 4440 for individualized and personal attention.
46 minutes past 7 on your breakfast rush this Thursday morning, and tax season starts soon. So we've got the team from Karwa Financial Accounting Services to make sure that you are doing the right thing this time. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah for having me once again.
Jazakallah khair for being here. Tell us, this season is upon us. Who does it affect?
In short, everyone, as long as you've earned any sort of income, be it a normal salary, commission, a trading income, rental income, or even just a little bit of income from your side hustle, it is in your best interest to submit a tax return. However, please understand that submitting a tax return does not necessarily mean that you'll be liable to pay any taxes.
So we can submit a return but not pay taxes?
In certain circumstances, yes. There are thresholds and rebates available to individuals. This means that you can earn a certain amount without having to pay tax. These thresholds and rebates depend on a number of factors, such as your age, whether or not you have a medical aid, a retirement annuity, etc. If you are a salaried employee, these thresholds and rebates are generally taken into account when calculating your monthly PAYE.
Okay, so you mentioned that it is in our best interest to submit that return. Why is that so?
So there are two reasons for this, Nazmeera. That the first reason is that should you have monies going through an account that is not declared on a tax return, SARS is at liberty to penalize you and commence even legal action.
Okay.
The second reason is that there may be deductions and rebates available to you depending on your circumstances that qualify you for a refund from SARS. If you have paid more tax than you needed to, most times it's automatically reflected on your return when SARS auto-assesses you.
Now, how will we know if we've been auto-assessed?
You should receive an email or an SMS from SARS at the beginning of July stating that you have been selected for auto-assessment. You can log into your e-filing and view the auto-assessment.
So if I agree with this auto-assessment, what do I do?
If you agree with the auto-assessment, then check if a refund is due to you or if you owe SARS. If a refund is due to you, there's nothing more you have to do except check that your banking details are valid. If you owe SARS, then make the payment on or before the payment due date. The payment due date of the amount owed to SARS is displayed on the Notice of Assessment, also known as the ITA 34. But please remember, it is your responsibility to ensure that you report all of your income and expenses accurately to SARS. If you accept the auto-assessment and you fail to declare some of your income, SARS could levy penalties and interest should they audit you later on.
You mentioned expenses. Tell us more about that.
So expenses will be things like your medical aid IT3 certificate, your retirement annuity IT3 certificate, your logbook where you have a travel allowance, your rent expenses schedule, your trading expenses, your donation certificate and things like that. Those will be your other expenses.
Nabila, what happens if I don't agree?
If you don't agree with the auto assessment, you can edit your return and then file it.
And what if I am not sure if I agree or disagree with this assessment? Can you help me?
Yes, we most certainly can help you. We have extensive experience in dealing with SARS and can assist you in making the process easy as possible. And this is Nabila's speciality, submitting tax returns and going through tax calculations and fighting with SARS. That's something she enjoys and she thrives on.
So the big question, all of this sounds very expensive. What's the costing like, Nabila?
So our first consult is free.
Oh, yay.
And then to submit the actual tax return for an individual, the fee starts at 1250 for a straightforward return.
That's not bad.
And then it goes up depending on the complexity of the return.
And all of that can save you many more thousands with lots more zeros at the end, right?
Correct.
What happens if I'm not auto-assessed but I don't submit my return either?
I would not recommend you to do that. Failure to submit the outstanding returns will result in monthly recurring penalties being levied until you are compliant. These penalties can be quite harsh. So SARS uses a fixed penalty scale to calculate the admin penalties, subject to certain conditions. And the penalty starts at 250 Rand per month and can go up to 16,000 Rand per month depending on your taxable income. So as you can well imagine, these penalties can snowball very quickly.
So we have to do the right thing.
Correct.
How do we do that? Who do we contact?
Even if you think like, okay, maybe I'll just pay the penalties and sort of get them off your back, it unfortunately doesn't go away.
Okay.
The penalty will come back next month until you submit the return and make yourself compliant.
And then does it increase that amount as it rolls?
As it grows, yeah. And then they've gotten very strict in terms of allowing requests for remissions. So they only allow, in most times I've seen the first application, and then after that they've started rejecting it. It's very clear, comply or face hefty penalties.
Okay.
Also penalties, they're just taking money out of your account. They've employed I don't know how many debt collecting companies. So yes, the taxpayer is under extreme pressure to comply, to pay, and as you know, the fiscus needs as much money as possible. And the best way to get it is from the taxpayer.
If we don't want to put ourselves in this hot water and it seems very hot, how do we get in touch with Karwa Financial Services?
So you can pop me an email. It's Nabila, NABEELA @kfas.co.za. Our landline number is 031 207 440, or you can visit our website www.kfas.co.za, and there is a WhatsApp button on the website that will allow you to send us a message.
Always scary, but exceptionally informative. Hearing about what's on its way within the next good couple of weeks for us as South African citizens. And we do appreciate the team from Karwa Financial Accounting Services for always coming through with the relevant information that we as citizens need to keep ourselves above board.
Absolutely. And you say it's scary. Yes, it's scary if you ignore it.
There you go.
If they say the thing only scares you when you don't deal with it. So deal with it. Let us have a look at it. There are so many mechanisms in the law that allows people to pay it over time, to apply for remissions and for reductions and things like that. So don't put your head in the sand and ignore it. Attend to it and let's try and sort it out.
Without a doubt. Thank you so much for coming through with valuable information as always, and looking forward to the next one.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, guys. Stay blessed.
Assalamu alaikum. It's 7 minutes and counting now to 8. And it's been an interesting show this morning with all of these various different topics that we've touched on this morning, now talking about taxes and that. And as Zubair says, well, he didn't say these words exactly. I'm going to say it. Don't be an ostrich. Put your head in the sand. No.
Agreed.
There are mechanisms in place. Make contact.
Pretending your problem doesn't exist, no matter what it is, only makes that hole deeper.
True story. As we end the show today, let's give you Salah times.
On the 24th of Zulhijjah, 1447, Zohar 1 minute past 12, Asr 27 minutes past 3, Maghrib 6 minutes past 5, and Isha at 29 minutes past 6 tonight, inshaAllah. I ask you to please keep Firoz Kareem in your du'as, who is in theatre right now, and with that, be the best version of you.
Well, before you go, there's an urgent message that says, Salam's urgent M13 toward town just after the Westwood. A car is blocking the left lane, so traffic is building up. You've got to be aware of that. And Nasira, I was just about to read your message without saying your name, but you deleted it, so leave it. Missing the breakfast show. No access to a radio or a phone. I've got a casual job. Please don't forget about me. I'm missing the show. Oh, shame. Nadi Fatima. No, we won't forget about you. Lovely topic on the Breakfast Rush. Thank you very much to everybody who's interacted with the program, whether you're on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, wherever you are. The question that I have for Nazmeera Cassim and Brother Zach as well. Where do eggs form part of a meal?
Breakfast and biryani.
And biryani.
Yes.
And biryani. You get a red card for saying and biryani. Zach's face right now, he's like, why?
Egg and potato curry. Oh.
Okay, cool. Like scrambled eggs, yeah. Like an egg chutney, yeah. Like an egg on its own, like an omelette, yeah. Paresh in Edenvale is having mutton curry with eggs for breakfast. Like, dude, no.
Breakfast for kings.
No. Salamu alaikum. That's it for the show. Do good. Be good. Till the next time.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African.